guys, have you been blown away by the wind of love? Or you are still standing on your 2 feet? Don't stand, fall for it, fall, okay? People are saying they are in love. I'm in love with you. So I wanted to find out, are you also in love? And what does that mean for you? Okay, so before we dive into today's video, if you've not subscribed, please go down there and click on the subscribe button as we zoom right into the video. I prefer people using love in relationship like I'm in love with this person, not like I like the person. Like is there. Like you like things about the person, but you're in love with the person, that's why you are with the person. Yes. If someone tells you he or she likes or loves you, but the person tells you he or she's not ready to date, what does that mean? It brings a lot of perspective. One person is going to say that the person doesn't like you enough. The person doesn't actually even like you at all. And then another perspective is going to be like, yeah, it's possible to like somebody and actually say you are not ready yet for the person, you're not ready yet to be in a relationship with the person. When it comes to relationship, a lot of times it is more than love, okay? And then love is not just about the feeling. If I'm telling you, oh, I love you with all of my heart, I really do love you, I love you with everything that I have, every fiber of mine, and I'm beating you, I'm disrespecting you, I'm treating you like trash, do you actually believe that I love you? Is that what love is about? Never. No. I could actually be quiet about not telling you that I love you, about treating you with respect, like thinking about you, being very selfless, being very thoughtful. Love is actually the actions you portray, not the words that you are bringing out. Words is merely conditions, or like it's merely the icing on the cake. Even for those that their love language is words of affirmation, if it has to be like, there's always a secondary love language, okay? So if someone is telling you that, oh, I like you, this and that, I love you, this and that, but I'm not ready for us to date yet, I think that you should be grateful, and you should really sit down maybe with the person and really like try to understand the situation, rather than jump into conclusion that the person does not love you at all, or the person is just not serious about you. Love is more action than words. And in relationships, they are not held only by love. There's respect, there's a lot of sacrificial things, okay? If you don't know how to sacrifice, how long relationships start, you don't know how to be selfless, there's going to be a lot of chaos. Majority of the time, it's more about the person's show of love, the person wanting to put in more into the relationship than just try. The person is actually looking for a fruitful relationship. It's not the fact that you just love somebody means that the relationship is, you're supposed to start dating the person. Do you know how many people would have dated if they just stood up one day and be like, oh, I like this person, and so that is the ground for us to start dating. So there are lots of factors, and amongst many of them is to work on yourself. Majority of the time, it's because that person is working on himself or herself, and that's awesome, because it's better for you to actually go into a relationship knowing what you want, knowing how you want to be treated, and doing it right, or treating the person right, than actually going and not knowing yourself better, not knowing what you want and what you can give out to the person, and how you can even love somebody. Because in a relationship, it's not just about you, it's not about just what you're going to get, it's about what you also give to the other person. It's better to go in that way than to go in as you are without knowing what you want, without knowing how to love somebody, and coming out broken, either emotionally, mentally, or whatever that it may be, bruised and all those things, and even having broken somebody that could have been avoided if you actually took time to actually work on yourself, or having broken a friendship that could have remained a lifetime and making it an ex relationship. Like, because for the fact that you guys have dated, there's always a margin that you cannot cross again. There's always something that you cannot do again. Sometimes people are dealing with trust issues, they are dealing with emotional issues, anger issues, dealing with a host of things. People are even dealing with how to relate well with people. People are even working on like physical issues, how they feel about themselves, how they perceive themselves. Okay, some people even have low self-esteem, low self-respect, and so they have to learn to appreciate themselves before they allow someone into their lives. So that it not just be like someone has to always be validating them before they know who they are as a person, or whatever their worth is. And it's not easy. It doesn't come easy, okay? And imagine them rushing into a relationship. Let's really understand them, and let's just try to be in their corner as friends. The worst that will happen in that friendship is be angry at you. But after some years, you can always come back. But once you date and you become exes, what are you coming back as? Exes that are now good, exes that are now friends. It's not always the time that you have to be dating someone before you can actually have an influence in the person's life, or you can actually help the person have that change or overcome whatever issues that he or she's going through, or whatever that he or she's dealing with. Even as a friend, you could help the person overcome a lot of things without necessarily dating the person. It's true, sometimes your partner can help you overcome it, but it isn't necessary for you to have a partner before you can deal with that. Can't you even just deal with that out of the dating margin, and just be like, and the friendship circumstances, just deal with your baggages first and then come into a relationship? I mean, nobody's going to come to a relationship perfect. Nobody's even going to read perfectionist, before entering any relationship. So it's even out of the question. But at least don't carry your baggages at your back happily, swinging and running into a relationship. Most of the time, most people enter a relationship with, okay, I like the person, so if I don't date the person, I might actually lose the person. I might actually, don't want to say, can't then you're going to be yours forever. Yes, it's true. Some way, somehow, sometimes those things work. But it all depends on you, the individual. And I think a lot of people have entered a relationship or in their quest to get rid of the single title, or like they feel like they're tired of being single. They're like, I think if I date, I'll be more happier. But if you're not happy with your single self, you're not going to be the most happy person when you are dating, because like your partner, as human as you also are, your partner is same. Like, you have emotions, like you have your ups and downs. Your partner will also have ups and downs. Not dwell on just the love to decide to be in a relationship. How come two people who are dating and they will just end up breaking up? And sometimes people breaking up is not even because the love is gone, or they are not in love anymore. Most of the time, it's out of love that people actually break up. Okay, and that is where we also have to look at also inviting God into our choices. Just take a lot of things into consideration. It is not all bed of roses. Okay, so don't rush into the relationship thinking that, oh, butterfly in my belly. Whenever you have that feeling, it's actually a time for you to reflect. It's actually a time for you to actually think deeply into your life. What are the most important things that I must be looking out for before I actually date this person, especially if you want to be in a serious relationship.
I forgot to say bye, guys. So sorry. Thank you for watching. Love, peace, and joy. Bye.